Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Gersh1, and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about alien species in the Warhammer 40K universe as we get into the Slaugth, or the Maggot Men. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K content every single day, and if you have any suggestions, just comment down below. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts on the Maggot Men. The Slaugth, also known as Maggot Men, Dream Eaters, and Carrion Masters, are a race of sentient Xenos that have plagued mankind since the days of the Dark Age of technology. In appearance, the Slaugth are truly horrific to look upon, taking the form of a vague humanoid shape, composed of seemingly hundreds of withering, half-melded maggot-like worms covered in viscous, necrotic mucus. Capable of stretching and reforming their body mass at will, they move with an obscene boneless fluidity, and are capable of regenerating injury with startling speed. They are impervious to age, poison, diseases, and all but the most extreme injury. Their minds are as alien as any encountered by mankind, coldly savage, psychically voids, filled with monstrous hunger for the dead. Slaugth science and technology is likewise nightmarish and powerful, seamlessly melding the organic and inorganic to achieve its ends in a blasphemous symbiosis of form and function. The Slaugth seem capable of manufacturing strange, techno-organic construct creatures of a bewildering variety, carrying out their master's wishes as need be. They act as menial laborers, guards, spies, or observers. These creatures are similar to the Imperium's familiars, but much more advanced. While familiars are controlled by their masters through the use of simple commands, generally single words, short sentences, or the equivalent, the Slaugth seem to have a strong, almost psychic-like connection to their beasts. Without a command or even a gesture, the techno-organic creature acts as an extension of the Slaugth. They can also take the form of massive creatures, capable of towering over humans, but most appear as hovering asymmetrical columns of muddled fungal-looking flesh, shot through with pulsing veins and crystalline studs. Their heads are no more than clusters of waving, frond-like sensory growths, and skeletal pincer limbs erupting from their body mass as needed. Most Slaugth weapons and artifacts are so advanced and strange, they appear to be products of warp craft to the uninitiated, a fact that, coupled with their hideous appearance, has misled some into believing them to be demonic in nature. The history of mankind's involvement with them is uncertain, but if some sources are to be believed, the species may have been encountered at the edge of the Imperial space as far back as the Age of Strife. After almost a standard century of research that took him from the edge of the Halo stars to the depths of the pre-Imperial archives on Terra itself, the Slaugth Maggot Men were codified and declared Xenos Horrificus Maxima by Lord Inquisitor Quatermass Canal in the 37th millennium. His standing orders were that the Slaugth and any that had contact with them were to be exterminated without mercy wherever encountered, with any information pertaining to the Xenos race to be brutally suppressed. Despite these measures, the last several Terran centuries have suffered a slow but steady increase in contact with these foul beings across the Calixis sector, a development causing alarm at the highest levels of the Inquisition. The Holy Ordos remains unaware of the Slaughth's involvement with the Amaranthian Syndicate, a loose confederation of trader captains, void clans, and outpost colony merchants involved in unlawful trade, smuggling, and backing of trade wars. Encounters have spiked in the area of the galaxy known as the Calixis sector. There are several reasons for this, not least of all, the Slaught's own abilities as infiltrators and puppeteers, and the degree of which they have already spread their network of agents in the sector. At present, the Inquisition has no suspicion of the Slaugth being behind such a subtle and widespread conspiracy. They know them only as raiders and abductors, extremely dangerous, but few in number and limited in scope. They are not given to open warfare and show no interest in acquiring territory. The orders of the Inquisition and the Calixis sector, and indeed the Imperium, have been blindsided by this strange and subtle invasion. If its true nature is not soon uncovered, then billions of lives stand in dire peril. From the little that is known of the organization, the Slaugth seem to be led by principals or overseers. They are the ones speculated to be behind the Amaranthian Syndicate. They direct syndicate members and their constructs. The main motivator for most Slaugth is the acquisition of slaves. What they actually do with these slaves is unknown. And those were 40 facts on the Maggot Men. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter. If you have a friend that gets grossed out pretty easily, show them this video. So like if you have a friend that doesn't like Nurgle, thinks that Nurgle is gross, show them this video of maggot creatures, maggot men, and I bet you they would want to play Dark Heresy, even though Dark Heresy is gone, but whatever. With that said, I really wish that this race was a playable race within Warhammer 40k. I always talk to you guys about this, but I really think that GW should create a faction or a catch-all faction of like a rogue trader faction, basically. So you can play as a rogue trader, and then you can play as any like alien species that is talked about in 40k but doesn't really fit into like the greater they're basically just freebooters, or basically just like mercenaries. So they don't fit into like the greater races. They don't fit into orcs, Tau, Eldar, humans. The Maggot Men would be awesome to play against because of their constructs, their techno-organic constructs that they fight with. Imagine having some fast attack, giant pus balls driving around, or like floating around somewhere with like Gatling guns attached to them. They just scream dark and grim dark. So yeah, I wish that GW would listen, but maybe if I keep putting it out there, it'll get to them that we need a rogue trader mercenary faction within Warhammer 40k and their rules. Yeah, let's make it happen, guys. But with that said, guys, if you have any suggestions of other races of Warhammer 40k that you guys would like us to create a video for, comment down below. We're trying to get back into the just general Imperium, so like Space Marine lore, Eldar lore, things like that. And don't forget that we're doing a giveaway right now. If you check out our 40 facts on the genetic flaws of a Primarch, I think it's called, we're doing a giveaway there where you can win No Fear. And then a new giveaway is coming up pretty soon this weekend. Also, the winner for the No Fear box set is going to be announced this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, thanks for the support, guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. This is Gersh1 with One Mind Syndicate signing out.